collectors talk about many rare watches, double-signed dials, tropical submariners, experimental Daytonas, but none of them come close to the myth that surrounds a model whispered about in private auctions and back-channel dealer circles. A Rolex so rare that only 3 examples are believed to exist. A watch never publicly acknowledged by the brand. A watch that was never meant to reach civilian hands. Its unofficial name, the Rolex Trident 5492U. For decades, the watch existed only in rumors. No photos, no records, no catalog references. Most collectors dismissed it as folklore, a ghost story for watch nerds. But the truth is far stranger. Part 1. The Discovery. In 1987, during the restoration of a decommissioned British research vessel, a diver named Julian Hart made a discovery that changed the watch community forever. While inspecting a sealed storage compartment behind a rusted steel bulkhead, he found a small black case wrapped in deteriorated oilcloth. Inside was a submariner-shaped Rolex, but nothing about it matched any known reference. The dial was a deep ocean blue matte. The hour markers were a strange triangle-shaped lume compound, unlike anything Rolex had used publicly. The bezel was not aluminum, not ceramic, but an unknown alloy with almost crystalline reflection. And engraved between the lugs where a reference number should be, was a symbol, Mo, not a number. A symbol Rolex had never used. The caseback had only 2 words, prototype T2. Julian knew he had found something extraordinary. But before he could offer it to collectors or experts, 2 men from a naval archival department knocked on his door. They questioned him for hours. They asked about the watch. They asked where it was found. They demanded he hand it over. Julian said nothing. When they finally left, the diver hid the watch with a friend. A week later, Julian disappeared. His body was never found. The Rolex vanished for nearly 20 years. Part 2. The Second Appearance. The second known example surfaced in 2006 at a small, unpublicized estate liquidation in Norway. A watch dealer named Soren Vik bought a box of miscellaneous marine items for the equivalent of $80. Inside, beneath old charts and rusted tools, lay another Trident 5492, this one with a caseback stamped T1. But this version held an even stranger detail. Instead of the standard submariner movement, it housed a heavily modified, unregulated prototype, marked with the Rolex coronet and an unknown classification number, RM7 Deep. Soren showed the watch privately to 2 well-known European Rolex specialists. Both reacted the same way. Not with excitement, not with disbelief, but with fear. One expert told him quietly, "Don't show this to anyone else. Don't bring it to an auction. Don't post it online. Forget you ever found it." 3 days later, Soren's shop was broken into. Inventory untouched, cash still in the register. The only thing missing? The Trident T1. Soren closed his business within a month and never discussed the watch again. Part 3. The third and final piece. The existence of the third Trident was confirmed only recently, 2022, when a private seller anonymously contacted a discreet collectors network. He claimed to possess a Rolex with no reference number, obtained through military inheritance. This piece, stamped T3, was in near-perfect condition, preserved in a pressure-sealed titanium capsule. The seller refused to reveal his identity, but he offered a crucial clue. His grandfather served during a classified deep ocean mission in 1961. The operation's name was Project Trident. Documents from the mission, declassified only in fragments, described a joint experimental program involving Rolex, the Royal Navy, and a scientific research body whose name was redacted in every surviving file. Their goal? To test a new ultra-pressure resistant timing instrument for deep ocean anomaly exploration. The documents explained very little, but one sentence stood out. The devices exceeded pressure thresholds beyond design parameters. Unknown side effects observed. Program terminated by level 3 order. No additional explanation, no recorded test results, no surviving logs. Only the rumor that 3 prototype timepieces were manufactured. And all 3 vanished. Part 4. What makes the Trident so rare? Watchmakers who inspected fragments of photos and private descriptions noted several bizarre innovations. 1. A bezel alloy not used in any Rolex production model. It refracted light like a gemstone but resisted damage like hardened steel. 2. A movement resistant to magnetism far beyond Milgauss capabilities. Almost experimental, likely made for high-interference environments. 3. Pressure resistance possibly exceeding the deep-sea special, indicating the watches were built for extreme oceanic depths. Number 4. Lume material unknown to modern labs. It glowed faintly even when fully depleted. Collectors still debate whether it was chemical, radioactive, or something else entirely. 5. The omega symbol. Some believe it designated omega depth, the deepest measurable point. Others believe it meant end of line, a final prototype. But the darkest theory suggests the symbol didn't stand for anything Rolex assigned, but something assigned by the scientific agency overseeing the project. Part 5. Where are the watches now? Only 3 exist, and none are publicly accessible. So where are they? T1. Stolen from Soren Vic, never seen again. Rumored to be in a private intelligence collection. T2. The diver Julian's piece. Its whereabouts remain unknown since Julian vanished. T3. The inheritance watch. Last known to be in possession of a reclusive billionaire collector in Singapore. It is guarded, insured, and hidden from public sight. Auction houses deny its existence. Rolex refuses to comment. Experts deflect questions. The deeper the inquiry goes, the more resistance rises. As if all 3 watches were never meant to exist. As if they were part of a story the world wasn't supposed to know. Part 6. The unspoken truth. Those who have seen the Trident prototypes in person, even briefly, describe the same unnerving feeling. It doesn't feel like a Rolex. It feels like something built for more than timekeeping. Some claim the watches behave strangely, running fast near certain equipment, slowing near others, vibrating faintly when submerged in salt water. No explanation has ever been confirmed. A well-known military historian once said, "The Trident watches were not designed to measure time. They were designed to measure something in time." Whatever that means, the truth remains locked behind sealed archives and silent collectors. Final note. To this day, the Rolex Trident 5492 Ohm remains the rarest Rolex in history. Not because only 3 exist, but because only 3 were ever allowed to exist. And each carries a secret that Rolex, the military, and the collectors involved refuse to reveal. Maybe one day, one example will surface publicly. Maybe an auction house will dare to list it. Maybe Rolex will break its silence. But until then, the Trident will remain the ultimate forbidden watch. The rarest Rolex ever created, a relic of a mission erased from history, and a reminder that some timepieces were never intended for ordinary wrists. Only for those who ventured deeper than anyone else.